Hello, Oracles. Well, today I am thankful that Tesla stock is up 7.8%. What an awesome way to end this short week. Now, we do still have trading on Friday, but tomorrow the markets will be closed in honor of Thanksgiving here in the US. So, very excited about the way we were able to finish so far this week. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. Personally, I want to take a minute to thank all of you guys. It is with you that I was able to be where I am today with this channel. I want to thank all of my patrons. I want to thank all of my members. You guys are making what it is possible for me to do here on this channel. So I want to thank all of you guys. And again, I'm going to be doing more and more content for you as far as members and patrons go. I've got all of next week off. Next week, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my brand builder and a lot of time trying to figure out how I can get more content out to you guys as members and patrons, and then more and better content out to all of you guys here who are just subscribers of the channel. I love all of you, and I thank you all so much. So looking at the stock today, again, up 7.8%. Very excited about this. And as we can see in the charts here, we broke out of this downward trend, a nice green candlestick pushing us up to 183.20 to close the day. RSI is now up to 39.66. Does this mean that we have broken out of this downward channel? Again, I don't know. One candlestick does not mean we have broken trend. We did get some good volume coming in today of almost 109 million shares trading hands. So this is just something we're going to pay attention to. You know, Friday being a short day of trading, most likely going to be low volume. Anything can happen, but very good sign, very good way to go into this Thanksgiving holiday. And something else I am grateful for today is Citi, who has typically been bearish on Tesla stock, upgraded them from sell to neutral, raising their price target from $141.33 to $176. This is big. This is something we talk about regularly on here when it comes to analyst ratings. It's not so much the price targets I pay attention to, it's the theme behind the price targets. So when we start to see all the price targets going up, that usually means something good is going on with the company. And changing from a sell rating to a neutral rating, that is also a very good bullish sign for the company. So this I am very thankful for, and I think we may end up seeing more of this coming soon. You know, we have seen a lot of the more bullish analysts coming down on their price targets, mostly because the macro environment is pulling us in that direction, but they are still bullish on the company. So we're starting to see a little bit of a balancing coming in right now and a narrowing of the field. So there's not as much of a discrepancy between all the bullish analysts and the bearish analysts. And other things that are bullish for the entire market, Gary Black coming out saying most Fed officials saw slower pace of hikes appropriate soon. This is a very good thing. This is from the FOMC meeting that we had. So these are all the minutes that came out from it. So diving into these, looking at we are having most of the Fed officials thinking that we should have a more dovish stance. This is exactly what I was talking about going into the CPI and PPI data coming in the middle of December. If this reiterates in that FOMC meeting in December, we could see a nice run into the end of the year. And Gary also said that he spoke with a large national advertiser who spends more on Twitter than any other social media platform. She is optimistic that any reduction in ad spending will be just a pause while advertisers assess brand safety, which Elon Musk can easily overcome in one-on-one calls and meetings. So now this is something we have also talked about before when it comes to Tesla stock in particular, is a lot of right now what is holding us down is the fact that people may think that Elon's going to have to sell more shares of Tesla just so that he can fund Twitter. So that won't have to happen if more advertisers end up coming back into Twitter so that he can have funding coming in from them directly and he won't need to sell any more shares. So a lot of big money right now, I think, is waiting for a lot of things. They're waiting on the sidelines for, one, the macro environment to turn around. When it comes to Tesla specifically, they are waiting for the confirmation that Elon doesn't have to sell any more shares to be able to say, hey, we have officially hit the bottom. We can now go ahead and add some money in. That is my personal feeling on that one. So I do think that that is what they're waiting for. So the more confirmation we can get about the solvency of Twitter and how it's going to be able to fund itself, the better we are going to be, and the more people are going to feel comfortable putting money back into Tesla stock. And one thing I had thought about also is looking back at history when it comes to Tesla and the stock performance. Look back at all the times where Elon crashed the stock and he was getting a lot of crap out there from a lot of people saying that he's the one who's bringing the stock price down. If he would just shut his mouth, we'd be fine. If you look at every single one of those times, those were times that we now look back at and say, those were great buying opportunities. And then from there, whatever Elon said or did to crash the stock, he ended up fixing more so, and then we ended up skyrocketing from there. So take this all with a grain of salt, not financial advice, but just look at history on this. Could Twitter and this whole ordeal be the same situation that we have seen many times in the past? I personally do think it is, and I know a lot of you are having headaches about this. Now, the difference this time around is Elon didn't sell shares the other times around, whereas he did this time. But don't forget, he did sell shares this time last year, and we did rebound nicely. We did come down from there, of course, but a lot of that you can attribute to the macro environment. And then the Twitter overhang thing started around Q2. So that's just my opinion on this. I think we are going to be in the same situation. I think we are going to be looking back at these times like, dang, I wish I bought more stock when Elon crashed the stock. But that's just my personal opinion. You guys can let me know in the comments on that one if you think that we are going to be looking back at these times, wishing we bought more during this. And now one other quick follow-up from this morning's video. We were talking about new factories coming out and how Elon had been talking to the South Korean president about them being one of the top prospects for a big factory there in Asia. I personally think that they are going to be opening up an Asia factory first before they put another one here in North America. Right now, they only have China in the Asia region. Now they're going to be looking to put a second one there. Don't forget, we've got Berlin that's covering Europe as it's ramping up. We've got Fremont already covering North America, and then Austin ramping up on top of it to cover more of North America as it is. So I think it makes more logical sense for them to open up a factory in the Asia area first. So personally, I think that's what's going to happen. I've had discussions with some of you guys about Australia as a factory option. I do think that's going to be coming, but I thought about it as well. I actually wonder if Australia is going to be the home of a factory that's going to be producing Megapacks and Powerwalls. Thinking about how they have it built up down there right now with all the Megapacks that are going on, and seeing as they don't have another factory like that really outside of Nevada and Giga New York, I have a feeling they might actually end up putting one in Australia. That might make the most logical sense for what we see for a factory in Australia. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on that one as well. But I think when it comes to the energy side of things, we are going to need more factories elsewhere. I think Australia makes the most sense for it. And one of the things that we also see when it's going on with this whole entire Twitter ordeal is the fact that Daniel pointed out a great thing in the comments saying that Elon is living rent-free in the heads of a lot of people out there right now. This is one of those things where we say no publicity is bad publicity. And right now, Elon is putting out a lot of publicity that is free for him, for Tesla. You got to remember that Tesla and Elon go together synonymously. When you think of Elon, you think of Tesla. And now, of course, yes, you think of Twitter. But so many people out there thinking about Elon means that so many people out there are thinking about Tesla. When you think about how things like subliminal messaging work, just because of the fact that he isn't talking about Tesla doesn't mean that people aren't thinking about Tesla. Got to remember, Elon just being Elon and being the person who is known synonymously with Tesla is going to immediately make people think of Tesla when they think of Elon. It's kind of brilliant if you think about it. This is, again, more free advertising for Tesla. Even if it's causing a negative sentiment right now in the minds of a lot of the investors, think again back to 2018 when Elon said, he was getting a lot of flack back then, but their sales were going up. So if that's going to be happening now, the same thing, I think we're going to end up having the same situation. Again, you guys let me know in the comments how you feel on that, but living rent-free in a lot of people's heads is a lot of free advertisement. So again, I wanted to just thank all of you for everything you have done and all of the support you have given me over this past year. I could not be able to do this without all of you guys, and I look forward to spending the entire next year with you and many more years to come as we go into some more bullish times when it comes to Tesla stock as well. And we can finally get back to some more bullish times with Tesla and really enjoy all of the fruits of our labors during all of these very difficult times. Now, I will not be having a video tomorrow. I am having my son, and I'm going to be going to see my brother and sister-in-law and all of their family. So no video tomorrow. You guys enjoy your day if you are here in the US. If you are outside the US, enjoy your day as well. And we will be back to you guys on Friday. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And we do have the membership and Patreon program if you want to support the channel any further. Those links are also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.